Okay, so this is going to be the first in a number of Raspberry Pi related videos that I'm going to make. It's currently the 28th of December in 2023, so we're still in the holiday period. I've made videos in the past, but I've not really got into YouTube, but I thought I'd give it a blast and see how we get on. So as per everybody else, it says, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. But let's start it all off the correct way. I'm a bit of an ale drinker. I do like my ale. So we've got a porter here. So we just pour that one out. So take a sip. Very nice. Right. So what have we got? So my recent acquisitions are, excuse the fact that obviously mirror effect on the way that I've got my setup at the moment, but it's an integral Ultima Pro micro SD. So that's going to be to put the operating system on initially. We've also got our Raspberry Pi 5 already with its heatsink and fan on, so that's the standard one. Raspberry Pi specific adapter, and I've just bought a Geekworm P394-A, which is a acrylic layered case. They do two types. I think the other one is a 5-layer, whereas this one's a 9-layer. So first things first, let's get the Pi inside the case. So it looks like it's pre-assembled. Which it is. And it's pre-assembled, or layered, should we say, with screws. So the only thing I would say is if you're going to put it down onto a hard surface, you're going to have issues with scratching. They do protrude quite a bit out of the bottom, as you can see. So whether some kind of foot, rubber foot, a little bit deeper than that, so it's about 5 mil, so you probably want a larger one than that. A couple of places where you could obviously use screws and mount it on a wall or something like that. But let's take this thing apart and get our Raspberry Pi 5 in. I mean, obviously we've got our destructions with all the layers. So place that flat out there. And I'm going to pause the video and see if I can rectify the mirroring effect a minute. Okay, so I think you've now got that back to normal, so that's better. So we can now see the integral 180. And obviously the Raspberry Pi power supply. We can read it properly now. And there's our Geekworm model P394-A. Okay, so let's get ourselves a screwdriver. And we're just going to pop drives out. Let's pop that PS. There. I was going to say PS5 then. I meant the Raspberry Pi 5. glue or something off of the box. It's sticky. It's just okay. Ooh, that's not very nice at all. Okay, so we now have our case in its entirety. Put some isopropyl on my hands because it's okay, so remove the protective films. Obviously, that's the logical way. So we'll just peel these off of here. Not easy when you ain't got many more. Go, 1, 2. Don't seem to be any on the black ones. Just seems to be the clear ones. These are a little bit flimsy. And not particularly easy to do. And that looks like it's going to be the push button for the power on off on the Raspberry Pi 5. Keep that there. No, this one's not got any on, so it seems to be a bit random. So what they're putting the protective film on and what they're not. Looking at this, right? This one has. Might be able to do this with a Stanley blade just to get you underneath it. I haven't got one with me at the minute, but certainly very fiddly and very frustrating. Little plastic spudger might be able to. Nope. Word, this is frustrating. That's got it. Do the same on the reverse. We use this prying tool just to get underneath the plastic PVC coating. There we go. Okay, that one's not got any on, and then the final one's obviously a bit bigger, but still start off at the bottom. A lot easier with that. Note to oneself. Okay, so if we look at the image here, I'm going to try and replicate the way that that looks. So as it should, in theory, be the right way round. So in theory, that is the right way around. Totally convinced, but we'll see. So L1, so if we turn it up that way. So L1 is the first piece. According to that. And it should be that way around. Then we've got L2, which logically is going to be that way around. And L3, again, to match. Okay. So move that over. We then take our Pi5. Obviously, they're telling you to install the heatsink fan, but we've done that already. Now, it might be, looking at this, that we have to readdress that. So that's going to be the power switch. That's going to be that way around. So it's like so. Yeah. So that says to me that we've got to remove the heatsink and fan purely because of the way this sits inside of it. So what we'll do is we'll pop that one off. Of course, it's easier said than done once you've put it on once. So we've got these little catches. Just need to be pressed in a little bit, and then that'll pop off. sits on there like so. Stay with the top, and then we can pop our heat sinks back into place. Ensure that it's leveled up before popping the pins back down and through. Like so. Okay. That's now in place. So we can now place this on top of L1, L2 and L3. So and then what we want to be looking for then is making sure, although it doesn't, oh it does, it says it affects the power button, so I'm going to pop the power button in as well. So there's a little power button. Again, bit of fat finger syndrome here, but he pops into there like so. Yeah, there's enough there to be able to move it. Okay, so we now go with L5. And a little bit fiddly because you've got the scenario with the cable, so it might be worth rerouting that cable a little bit. The fan. Not the greatest bit of design work, that I don't think. So I'm just going to lift it up and away for the moment. So this will allow me to pop that on there like so. And then the next one. Might be able to now maneuver that cable in a bit more. Yep. Ease out as we go, just to let the layers go down. So down and through. Line up as you go. One on just to keep it. Secure. Through. Get round. And the last one. So obviously it's a lot easier because all the other ones are lined up now. Okay, so I'm just going to tweak these up by holding the nut with my fingertips. Because it's acrylic, you don't want to over tighten it because it'll crack. There we go. And then because we've tightened up, again, just a little tweak as we go around. Just a little tweak, nothing dramatic. There we go. So we've now got our Pi5 into our case. I'm not overly convinced by that power button. That doesn't feel right. So I'm going to loosen that off. Yeah, be wary of that. When I clicked the power button, because the layers had crushed down on top of it, it wouldn't like that. If I push down now, I'm getting no movement in the power button, but as soon as I release it, I'm now getting a click. I don't know if it's going to come out on the microphone, but if I don't do that, it doesn't. So yeah, just be a little bit wary of this right hand one by the power button. Doing it up too much, and it will push down so as it doesn't click. Again, I've just tightened up another little notch. Just take it down a notch at a time. Yeah, that's too much. So I'm going to release both sides. I'm going to release that side a little bit. A little bit more actually. Of course, this side. There we go. Yeah, I got me click back. Okay, so a little bit fiddly. Instructions are fairly straightforward. Difficult as such to get the acrylic off. I say the acrylic, the plastic coating, sorry. But you know, it's now housed. You know, it's less likely to get any damage on it. Thermals, obviously, I'll do in a different video to give an indication. I'm not going to do what the thermals are without being in a case, because there's plenty of videos out there with that on. I'm just going to do the thermals inside of this case because there are vents at the top, but again, you know, it's fairly close, or the fan is fairly close to the top. But again, you've got venting as such, you know, underneath and to the side. So it'd be interesting to see. So yeah, so the next video will be installing the operating system onto the Integral 180 megabyte speed transfer Ultima Pro. It'd be interesting to see what this does. This is an A2 card, P30, 128 gig. Be interesting to see how it performs. And then we'll do some thermal tests, some speed tests on the SD card itself as well, and take it from there. Thanks for watching. As I said, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Just getting started. It'd be great to get a little bit of a following, and we'll see where we go. Thanks very much. Bye for now.